Hi everyone, I just wanted to share a brief note about our readings for the class. We have two books that we will principally be using week in and week out. Let me see if I can get it in the right spot. We have Restall and Lane's Latin American Colonial Times, which is our textbook. And then we have Andrian's edited Colonial Latin America. So this is the human tradition in colonial Latin America. It is a supplement to the textbook, and it contains case studies about specific individuals in different places and times, obviously in colonial Latin America, to help us get a better and deeper understanding of the historical trends that we will be researching and studying this semester. Um, it also kind of gives a human face to the distant past in Latin America. We'll also be reading Malintzин's Choices, which I didn't grab real quick. It's right here. There we go. It's close by Camilla Townsend, which we'll have a lot more information on. We'll actually focus specifically on that book in Unit 7, although it's a good idea to read it little by little over the term. You'll be writing a book review on it. In Unit 7, we'll have assignments that are geared specifically toward that book. So that's one just to kind of keep in mind and try to place in context as we study the rest of our course materials. Additionally, there will be either PDFs or links to different documents, articles on Latin American history in the learning modules. Um, so something that I do realize is that there is quite a bit of reading involved with this class, and that's the case with any history class. The textbook reading goes fairly quickly. Generally, I'm sure that there will be exceptions to that with certain chapters. Um, of course, some of us read faster than others, and so on. And so, what I want you to think about here as we're getting underway is what reading strategies might best work for you. And here below this video, I've included links to a couple of articles online that might help you think about how to get the most out of your reading, how to skim for the relevant information. Um, Remember that the first week of the modules, or I should say the units 2 through 6, are more or less just dedicated to the reading. So you have an entire week, and I do understand you have other things going on during that week, but you have the whole first week um, to focus on the reading and to complete your reading tweets. So from that first Monday um, through the midnight on the first Sunday, you should be focused on that. Something that I like to do when I read is take notes in the margins, and so I'll just kind of show you that here. Just writing in the book and kind of marking things up there, dog-earing pages helps me um, to better remember the things that I'm reading and kind of try to apply it. I also sometimes make my own little index, there it is, in the back of a book. So the most important things that I really want to make sure to come back to in terms of themes or ideas, I write back there with the page number. I've also started keeping a writing and research journal. So I bought just this cheap composition notebook. Hopefully they're still relatively cheap at the store with all of the back to school sales maybe still on, maybe not. But anyway, pick up one of those and just take some notes in there as you read. You don't have to write down everything, but just the things that really stick out to you, that really resonate with you. By taking notes in the notebook, that'll help prepare you to complete the tweets that are also due on the first Sunday. So the reading tweets assignment is in many ways kind of designed to just help you take notes and pull out a few of the key ideas from the reading, some of the things that were most striking to you that we can begin to talk about as a class there. And then the second week we'll focus on our various discussion and other assignments um, so that we can go more in depth into those things. So um, hopefully this will help you a little bit. Something that I believe in is I want to give you kind of a wide breadth of information. So if you don't read everything exactly word for word, don't worry about that. But do find the strategy that helps you to get through all of the material and take the most away from it as possible. I don't expect that you will read everything word from word. Sometimes that's just impossible. Um, so, again, keep that in mind. Use these reading strategies, and if ever you have questions, please let me know, as with anything else.